Welcome and thank you for watching Armstrong. Today, we're at the Gathering of the Grapes at the MastroPietro Winery here in Berlin Center, Ohio. Hi, I'm Rick Gurrera for Street Scene. Let's go inside and check it out. Standing in front of a 1970 Dodge Challenger owned by Dave Clark from Broadview
Heights, Ohio.
Broadview Heights. I'm not familiar with that. That's where, around Cleveland area?
Yes, it's just south of Cleveland.
Okay. Hey, you got a really nice car here.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about her?
It's a 1970 Dodge Challenger, as you mentioned. It's got a 383 Magnum engine in it, and it's got the automatic transmission. It's numbers matching, the engine and transmission, and everything is the original engine in it.
Why do they call it a Magnum, you know?
It had the 4-barrel and just a little bit more horsepower.
This is basically like one step below the Hemi?
The next step up would be the 440s,
okay.
And then we have the 426 Hemis.
Okay. These are pretty rare cars, though, huh? The convertible and
yeah, being an RT model also makes it rare.
Right. All stock here. What color is this?
It's the F5 red, just a basic red color. It wasn't, you know, it's a bright red, but they didn't consider it a high impact color for that year.
Nice, very nice. All stock interior, stock, everything's stock on it.
Yes.
Where's it from?
I was on vacation down in St. Petersburg, Florida one year, and I just picked up a local newspaper, and it had to be advertised in the paper there.
And you fell in love?
Yeah.
How'd you get her home? Drive it?
No, I wasn't, it was in running condition and everything, but I wanted to be on the safe side, so I did have it transported up to Ohio.
What have you done to her since you got it?
Just about everything. The frame on it was rusted worse than I thought it was.
Florida?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I traced
must have been close to the ocean then.
I traced the history back on it, and we got back to 1986. It was in Kansas City, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
So it probably was in some pretty rough weather
yeah,
at one
up
time.
There, yeah. So this is a frame-off restoration then?
Basically, yes. The first thing we did was had the frame basically rebuilt on it.
Okay.
and that got it in structurally sound. And then pulled the engine and transmission, and we redid the whole engine bay and rebuilt the engine and transmission, and then took it to a body shop and had the body work done on it.
Looks good.
Thank you.
Looks like very nice, very nice. You drive her all the time?
No, not all the time, but I do try to make a dozen or so car shows every year with it.
I got Jim Weiland with me with his 1960 Dodge Dart.
Right.
Convertible.
Phoenix, yeah. It's
Phoenix.
a Phoenix convertible.
Well, wait a second. What's this Phoenix stuff? What's it?
Well, this is 1960 was the first year for the Dart, the
Okay.
Dodge Dart,
Okay.
which was supposed to have been a smaller car, but it's still big.
It sure isn't small.
Yeah. And on the Dart series, they had the Phoenix, which was the top of the line actually, and then the Pioneer was next, and then the Seneca was actually the cheapest car.
The Seneca. So
And they really sold good in 1960.
this is a beaut.
Thank you.
Really? Now, how long have you owned her?
Well, right now it's probably 6 years. It
6
took,
years?
Yeah, it took 3 years to do it. And I always wanted one.
What?
But I bought one new when I was 19 because I worked for Chrysler then. But I bought the Pioneer two-door hardtop.
I see they still had the tail fins in '62, huh?
Yeah, in 1960 I had
Uh-huh.
the tail fins.
That's probably the last year for those. I remember the Cadillacs
Well,
and the Chevys.
61 had the tail fin, and they folded it
Side
over.
fins. Okay, right.
And
remember
I
that.
got one of those in my garage at home too.
So what kind of shape was this in when you bought it?
Yeah, it was pretty bad shape.
Uh-huh.
I actually bought 2 cars to make one.
Uh-huh. So what did you do to her?
Everything. I mean,
Frame off?
yeah. I mean, the car was originally white,
Mm-hmm.
and I tore it completely apart, everything.
So
and,
what?
And this car, let's put it this way, this car did not come with this engine,
Okay.
but it came with, if you ordered it, you could order this engine.
Right.
If you don't understand what I mean. It didn't come with this car. This car came with a 318 when I bought it.
Okay. So
But
this.
I made this car like I would have ordered one, the way I wanted it.
Right.
So
So this is a 383. And
383.
Tell me about these.
those are called ram induction. A lot of
Okay.
people call them cross ram engines,
Okay.
but the ram induction. And they came on a 361 and they came on a 383.
What do those do?
Well, Chrysler back then, they produced a lot of torque.
Right.
And they only had it. They used these cars in racing a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And actually the police had them in their Senecas, which is a cheaper car,
Uh-huh.
because they had a lot of torque, takeoff torque.
Uh-huh.
But they only made these for 2 years. You know, the long ram and then a
Right.
short
Let's walk
ram.
around here. I want to see some of this interior here. This is like, is this stock interior? Or is
Yeah,
this-
yeah. I ordered the stock interior, and then I had J&R Upholstery up there, Diamond, redo it. You know, put it on for me. I mean, he had to do the sewing. And this has the swivel seats.
Oh, okay. Dual swivel seats.
Dual swivel seats. That was an option, and they worked mechanically. They had a cable that went under there and up to the hinge, and when you open the door, the seat automatically. So back then, if you're dating somebody and you didn't like her, you just reached over and opened the door.
And push her out.
Yeah. I shouldn't say that. But
or they could do the same for you.
yeah, they could
like
do the same. And then take my car.
I like all the chroming on this thing. They really decked this out in chrome.
This was standard. I mean, all this was standard, and then especially the steering wheel that has the metal plate in it.
Did you find a steering wheel like that?
No, I had to get it done. And people in Pennsylvania that molded it and redid it for me. It took about a year to do it.
Wow.
And
So is that a stock?
that's a stock.
That's a
That
stock
came with the Phoenix. You know, you had to order it if you wanted to. And this up here is a clock. That's original clock. You'll see the second hand coming around. I don't have it set right because I had the battery unhooked during the winter.
Push button transmission.
Yep, push button. This is the transmission side, and that's your heater and all that.
Boy, these things were laid out. I just love
They were.
I love all the chrome work on here. And it's just really nice.
Yeah, but 61, they drastically changed the 61. When they bent the fin and made it ugly looking, and their sails dropped literally in half.
What color top you have on here?
It's a white top.
Oh boy, that's nice. You're trying to get me to buy this off you. This is a beautiful car. I just love the color combo.
But I love red
Yeah.
as it is.
And with the white and the red
And with the white and the
interior,
red,
the white top.
Yep.
man.
Yeah,
This is a chick magnet.
yeah, I guess it is, but I'm too old for that, I guess.
Hey, you're never too old. All
I
right.
just hope my wife ain't watching.
Car show's over. We taped all these beautiful cars here at the Gathering of the Grapes car show here at Ellsworth, Ohio at the MastroPietro Winery. It's time for me to go home. I'm gonna have to take my little car and see if I can make it back. For Armstrong, I'm Rick Gurrera for Street Scene. I'll see you down the road.